Hello, this is the Karen's weekend warm-up for the 4 days of Memorial Day weekend. That would be May 26th through May 29th. And it looks like we're going to start this reading with the Eight of Cups card that I'm holding here. And I have to tell you that I was imbued by the Supreme Being to write down the narration that goes with this card before actually I had used the Rider-Waite card deck, which it looks nothing like this one. And then after I wrote down what I needed, where the Supreme Being wanted to pass along, I realized that it fit perfectly with the images on this card. And this is a card deck. It's a Fairy Tarot card deck that Doreen collaborated with Radleigh Valentine, Doreen Virtue. And so I did little awareness of what would be on this card. I know it's an Eight of Cups card, but again, so it's a kind of a cool hello because it's a forest. So I'll describe it for you. This is kind of to me, it reminded me of Hiawatha because she's got sandals that are wrapped around her legs all the way up to her calves there, and she's wearing one looks like braided plait in her back. She has a redhead here, but she's kind of wearing something encircled Native American style. It reminds me of Hiawatha. And she's walking the dirt path. It starts with P, not pursuing. She's journeying down the path. She's progressing down the path. And in the very back of the forest, you see light at the end of the tunnel, basically. So that's a beautiful impression there. You know, it just reminds me of Hiawatha. I wonder if that was the artist's inspiration. And she's carrying two buckets balanced on either side, one on the right and one on the left. I guess with her possessions, or maybe just water as she goes as she walks her path, progresses down her path. And I was imbued to write the following. Hold the card here. Discard the past and allow yourself to feel good about carrying on along a newer and higher turn of the spiral. Resolutions come to pass. So go ahead knowing that things will indeed resolve themselves. You will begin anew. Count your blessings. You could be seeing only the forest for the trees. Again, so there's kind of a forest motif here, and that's why I got a cool, chill down my spine when I found out that the Supreme Being knew exactly what he was using, what he was writing in conjunction with what card. And you could be seeing only forest for the trees. Rediscover what already is laid before you, and she has her back towards us, and she's walking towards the light. So she is definitely looking towards the light. It could work out. Remember, only you can determine when it is time to go or stay. If it serves you either way, then begin anew and remember who you are. Ask yourself whether your beliefs are limiting you. You could be calling back your energy to start anew. The magic is there. You must determine the path that is right for you. So as Hiawatha, have you ever read the poem of Hiawatha? Because I'm not really acquainted, although I know it's this lengthy poem, and I'm sure she led her people through difficult times. That's all I know truly about that poem. I know Steve, my partner, knows much more than I do. And the star is our present time, in our present time position. And this is what the Supreme Being imbued me to say. Wishing upon a star. And at the star, there's stars above the fairy. She's dressed in a green frock, which is actually a leaf. And she has a fairy encircled headband, and she's looking towards kind of a compass, and inside the compass is fairy dust. Cool imagery. And they're saying, look to the future with hope and optimism, the power of faith to move mountains, happy changes that bring relief from challenging times. That's the typical meaning. But then I was imbued to write, wishing upon a star, your faith is your guide. Let the shiny light of the star be your beacon. The star guides you as you follow your inner light, so too you shall bring people along with you as their faith burns brighter. And I'm supposed to tell you that the beacon here is your inner light. You are the star, your inner light. Don't discount what you know to be true. Forge on, for you will fulfill your destiny and quiet any concerns as they enter your mind. Trudge on knowing that a single lantern can burn brighter when joined alongside like-minded individuals. Don't let the brilliance exhaust you as you are propelled along your path. Know that you are guided and protected. Fear not, little star, for all that cast shadows upon you will fall away as your brilliance is in discord with their attempts at mastery. Your brilliance in conjunction with the Supreme Being will alter the path for others. Grasp a hold and do not fear the tangled path, for there is nothing that you cannot do. Allow the infinite to penetrate and uplift the mass consciousness, and others will fall alongside deftly and be guided by their own inner drummer. For now we say adieu and bring you right back where you started anew. Cool, huh? Cool imagery and cool words from beyond. King of Winter. King of Winter is also called King of Wands. And in this card we have a king that is cloaked, and he has an ermine collar, and there's gold woven into his robe. He has gold sandals on each foot, and he stands in front of a snow-covered forest. He is holding his scepter, so there you go. He is King of Wands. Beautiful imagery. This man is good with figures, and I was imbued by the Supreme Being to write this. This man is good with figures. The end result is the same: self-determinism. If you need someone who's bright, good at finances, has stick-to-itiveness, but lacks emotion, then the King of Wands is right for you. The qualities that are good for the boardroom may bore you in your personal life. Good for PR, public relations, but he needs to learn to lay down his work, or that scepter he's holding, to assume a more carefree existence. Existentialism is out for this particular person. Remain true to yourself and honor your path. Assume that you know exactly what you need and leave control to the fundamentals of life. Controlling people are good for a person in power who has a duty to be a mover and a shaker. Such a formal person is ill-advised for a more relaxed setting. Do not be concerned if you need someone to run a business, for then you are in good hands. He's good for running a business. Let go of believing that a certain person can change. Assume that she will continue to bring the same aura to their personal lives. And then I asking the Supreme Being to tie up this weekend, Memorial Day weekend, reading with a big red rose. I said red rose. Okay, red rose. And asking her to imbue us with any spontaneous message. that people are captains of their own ships. And that if you're with somebody who runs a lot of King of Wand energy, I'm supposed to say that it's not selfish to want more. Isolation's not good for either party, and maybe you guys could work something out, but know for now that something about this person needs their own space separate from your space. So it's a kind of a good weekend to like retreat so that you can do some thinking or some rest and relaxation, that so you can have a conclusion about what you do need in your life versus what you don't need. Maybe some of you are going to come to the conclusion that you need to be the captains of your own ships, and maybe yeah, you need somebody out there needs to look where their own needs are being overshadowed by other people's needs. If that doesn't work for you, maybe you need to take a step back and look at it. For yourself. And one last thing. And it actually, it could just be government energy, like kind of, it's like a top down. Sometimes the energy, whoever's in power is setting the energy in the country, so it's kind of a top down. Then we kind of match as people, because we're, unfortunately, or for, you know, depend, if you're on Wall Street, fortunately, but if you're not in Wall Street, you notice that controlling energy entering your personal lives, then you can look at why that is, why you feel like the energy's shifted since January. And so for you people that are sensitive, you need to look at where you can set the energy for your day and for your lives subsequently, because you can do that. You're powerful people. And so thank you so much for being a kind and attentive audience. If you like the video, please put like. And thank you for all my subscribers. Please keep the comments coming. It's much appreciated. Yeah, I hope this video has been entertaining, uplifting, and gave you self-determinism for your setting the energy for your own weekend. And thank you again. Lots of love and blessings. Bye-bye until we see each other. Bye-bye.